We've all heard it. The whispers in hallways, the hushed conversations, gossip is everywhere. It's a part of our social fabric, woven into the very way we communicate. But why? What makes us so drawn to speaking about others when they're not around? Perhaps it stems from a desire to feel connected, to share information, to feel in the know. But at what cost? Gossip, even seemingly harmless chatter, can have a profound impact. It can damage reputations, erode trust, and create a toxic environment. It's like a virus, spreading negativity and suspicion wherever it goes. It thrives on judgment and speculation, often lacking complete information or context. The problem with gossip is its insidious nature. It often disguises itself as harmless fun, a way to bond with others. We might justify it as simply sharing information or expressing concern, but beneath the surface lies a more complex truth. We need to recognize gossip for what it is, a destructive force that undermines connection and erodes the very foundation of trust. It's time to break free from this cycle and choose a more compassionate path. Relationships are built on trust, a fragile foundation that can be easily shattered by gossip. When we engage in negative talk about someone, we betray that trust. It's like taking a hammer to the very core of connection. Imagine being the subject of gossip. The feeling of betrayal, the sting of knowing someone spoke ill of you behind your back. It can be incredibly hurtful and damaging to our sense of self. It creates distance and suspicion, making it difficult to rebuild what was lost. But the damage extends beyond the individual being gossiped about. When we participate in gossip, we damage our own integrity. We show ourselves and others that we cannot be trusted with confidential information. This can lead to a breakdown in communication and intimacy in all our relationships. Choosing to speak negatively about someone, even when they are not present, speaks volumes about our own character. It reveals a lack of respect for others and a willingness to engage in harmful behavior. It's a choice that can have long-lasting consequences. Why do we gossip? It's a question worth pondering. Often, our willingness to engage in negative talk about others stems from our own insecurities and unresolved issues. When we feel insecure, we may try to elevate ourselves by putting others down. Gossip becomes a defense mechanism, a way to deflect attention from our own flaws and shortcomings. We might focus on someone else's mistakes or perceived imperfections to avoid confronting our own. Furthermore, gossip can be a way of seeking validation from others. When we share a juicy piece of gossip, we might feel a sense of belonging or excitement. It's a fleeting feeling, though, and ultimately leaves us feeling empty and disconnected from our true selves. By understanding the motivations behind our tendency to gossip, we can begin to address the root causes. When we can acknowledge our own insecurities and work through them in healthy ways, we are less likely to seek validation through tearing others down. Section 4. Building bridges, not walls. Choosing kindness over criticism. What would happen if we shifted our focus from negativity to kindness? If instead of tearing others down, we choose to build them up? Imagine the ripple effect it would create. Imagine the world we could create. It starts with a conscious choice. A choice to see the best in others, even when it's hard. A choice to offer support and encouragement, instead of criticism and judgment. When we focus on the positive, we create a more positive environment for everyone. We foster a sense of connection and belonging where people feel safe to be themselves, flaws and all. Kindness is contagious. When we act with kindness, we inspire others to do the same. We create a chain reaction of compassion that can transform individuals, relationships, and even entire communities. Section 5. Stepping into their shoes, the power of empathy. Empathy. It's the ability to understand and share the feelings of another. It's about stepping outside of ourselves and trying to see the world through someone else's eyes. Before engaging in gossip, before passing judgment, pause. Take a moment to consider the other person's perspective. What might they be going through? What challenges might they be facing that we know nothing about? Cultivating empathy requires us to let go of our own biases and assumptions. It requires us to be present, to listen deeply, and to try to understand the other person's experience without judgment. When we approach others with empathy, we open ourselves up to deeper connections. We build bridges of understanding and create space for compassion to flourish. We begin to see the humanity in everyone, even those we might not always agree with. Section 6. Words as seeds, planting positivity in a negative world. Words hold immense power. They have the power to wound, but they also have the power to heal. When we choose our words carefully, we have the opportunity to plant seeds of positivity and kindness in the world. Think about the language you use when talking about others. Is it uplifting and encouraging, or is it critical and judgmental? Do your words build others up, or do they tear them down? Our words have a ripple effect. When we speak positively, we create a more positive environment for ourselves and those around us. We inspire kindness, compassion, and understanding. Let's be mindful of the words we speak and the energy we put out into the world. Let's use our voices to uplift, to encourage, and to spread kindness wherever we go. Section 7. A ripple effect. Choose kindness, choose change. It's time to stop talking about people wrong behind their backs. It's time to break free from the cycle of negativity and choose a different path. The path of kindness, empathy, and understanding. This isn't about being perfect. We all make mistakes. We all have moments when we fall short. But we can always choose to do better. We can choose to learn from our mistakes and strive to be more compassionate and understanding in our interactions with others. It starts with each of us. It starts with a conscious decision to be kind, to think before we speak, to choose our words with care, and to stand up against gossip and negativity whenever we encounter it. Imagine a world where kindness is the norm, where people feel safe to be themselves, flaws and all, where relationships are built on trust and respect. This is the world we can create together, one kind word, one compassionate action at a time. It starts with you, it starts with me, it starts with all of us choosing kindness.